Good afternoon all. Here I am, live from the Lambo, on my way home. I've had enough today, it's been a bit of a difficult day. Anyway, I have to say, last night I was surprised to see some really poor comments around social media, which kind of, I shouldn't be surprised really, but I was a little bit. After the Burnley meltdown, I kind of thought to myself, yeah, it happens every time we have a bad result and all that. But some of the level of meltdown that I've seen about the Southampton game kind of caught me on the hop a little bit. But I guess it shouldn't. So there was a poll put up on Twitter, and I'm not suggesting that the person who put the poll up is in the wrong, because he's just asking a question. But the question was, if Tottenham don't make Champions League football next season, will you still be renewing your season ticket? And I kind of looked at it and I thought, well, that's a bit of a strange question. But what actually struck me is even odder. Is that a word? Probably not. But what's more odd about that is that out of the people that voted, 20% said that they weren't going to renew their season ticket if Spurs don't make the Champions League. So on closer inspection, there was over 1,000 people that had taken part in this poll, and 20% of them said that they weren't going to renew their season ticket. So the mathematicians amongst us have told me that that is around 200 people. So there are 200 people taking part in this poll that have decided already, A, that we're not going to make Champions League, and B, if we don't make Champions League, they're not going to take their season ticket option up. Excuse me for being a bit of a thicko and for being old, because I am, I get that. But when I first started going football, I started going football because I wanted to support the team. I wanted to be entertained, I wanted to have a laugh, I wanted to meet my mates, I wanted to have a beer, blah blah blah. Champions League, European football, winning the league, all those kind of things didn't really come into it. You know, for me it was more about family, it was more about getting together with your mates and having a good time and enjoying the football, singing a few songs and so on and so forth. So I guess, you know, football has changed up a notch since them days. You know, you can't deny it, things are different. Social media has brought a lot into it. But has it really changed that much that people would stop going because you're not in a competition? Really? So I was bemused by that, absolutely bemused. Well, of course, I put that picture on my Facebook page and been inundated with comments from people saying, well, if those 200 people don't want their tickets, I'll be more than happy to take it off their hands. Unsurprisingly, because there are more people on the season ticket waiting list than there are people, there are season tickets available. Excuse the pause, had to sneeze and didn't want to sneeze all over the camera. So I was at the game on Saturday at Southampton, and for 45 minutes we had a good game. For 45 minutes we had a crap game, and we lost the game. But overall, in that 24-hour period of the day, I managed to meet up with a couple of mates from school, and I happened to meet up with a load of other people that I know from football. I had a bit of a laugh. I had a sing-song, and bar the 45 minutes of poor football, I had a really good day. So for me, it's still it's still part of the overall thrill of the day. And I pointed that out to a couple of people who were really disappointed, obviously, with the result. But you know, it is what it is. It's 45 minutes out of your life. It's not the be all and end all. I know, don't get me wrong, I love my club. I love playing in the Champions League. I love all that sort of stuff. But just as a reminder, when we were in the Europa League, didn't we have one of the best crowds for a Europa League game? Because we were playing at Wembley. Remind me if I'm wrong there. I might be. But I know that the Europa League games still had decent crowds turn up. So I'd be very, very surprised if the level of attendances at Tottenham drop if we don't make Champions League. And I firmly believe we will make Champions League. I still believe that there are games there for us to win, and I still believe that there are games there for teams like Man City and Liverpool to lose as well. Not saying they will, but there are still teams and games there that we could have twists and turns, because on their day everyone can beat everyone. So I ain't losing my faith yet, not in my team anyway. In humanity maybe, but in terms of my team, no, I ain't gonna lose my my faith in it all. So that brings me on to my second point. There was also a guy who put out a tweet that was a picture of two guys that go to Tottenham home and away in Europe and everything else. Okay, Ronnie and Hinchy. Now, if you know, you know. So Ronnie and Hinchy, good couple of guys, always at the games. They support the club, they support the team, they enjoy it. Now, they were called out as being happy clappers. Which is hilarious, really. And it also said, "I bet they believe in unicorns." Well, let me just say this: there are plenty of us out there that now believe in unicorns. Ronnie and Hinchy, they do that team proud. They turn up, they get involved, and they are there all the time. So, if they're unicorns and they're happy clappers, then I'm in that club. So if you want to join me and be an happy clapper, please do. If you want to be a miserable bugger and doom and gloom merchant, then mate, I don't need it. You know, there's enough shit going on in the world without people getting themselves all upset over one game of football. I get it. Not everyone's happy with Levy, not everyone's happy with Poch, tactics and all the rest of it. I get all of that. But listen, as you're sitting there in your workplace, putting in data into a spreadsheet, or changing a clutch on a motor, or building a brick wall, or tiling a wall, or laying a carpet, or being a rep, or whatever you're doing, flying an aeroplane, whatever you're doing, think to yourself, am I a Premier League football manager? Am I getting 200 grand a week or whatever it is to make these decisions? No, I'm not. What am I? I am a supporter of my team. The key word there, people, is supporter. So come on, people, keep the faith, love your team, up the Spurs. If you enjoyed my video and you want to see more of them, please head over to YouTube, Lead the Dorset Spur, like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Up the Spurs.